This channel does not promote any violent, harmful or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
I started with Sukumar Rai, I'll end with Sukumar Rai. In his poem Ekushe Ain, Sukumar Rai writes, Jeshob loke poddo lekhe, তাদের ধরে খাঁচায় রেখে সামনে রেখে মুদির খাতা হিসেব কষায় 21 পাতা।
श्रीमती सागरिका घोष। श्रीमती सागरिका जी।
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. On behalf of the All India Trinamool Congress, I rise to speak in response to the Honorable President's address. My comments are in no way directed to the Honorable President herself. I speak in opposition to the government. So I would like to quote these lines from the renowned Bengal writer and poet Sukumar Rai from the famous collection Abol Tabol, published in 1923. কেউ কি জানো সদাই কেন বোম্বাগড়ের রাজা ছবির ফ্রেমে বাঁধিয়ে রাখে আমসত্ত্ব ভাজা রানীর মাথায় অষ্টপ্রহর কেন বালিশ বাঁধা পাউরুটিতে পেরেক ঠোকে কেন রানীর দাদা? Why is it that the Raja of Bombagor hangs mango pancakes in a painting, the queen wears a pillow on her head, and the queen's brother hammers nails into slices of bread? So this is a satirical poem. It shows a government disconnected from reality, totally disconnected. The citizen is forced to become a mute spectator, mutely watching the government's absurd drama. This is exactly what this government is about. This is a government disconnected from reality. This is a government that does not know how to tackle the catastrophe of unemployment, the crisis of price rise. This is a government that does not know how to tackle the challenge of security in Manipur. This is a government not guided by our great national motto, sir, Satyameva Jayate, let truth triumph. This government is not guided by Satyameva Jayate. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is a slogan. Where is Sabka Saath? Where is Sabka Vikas? Today India is called the billionaire Raj, sir. The top 1% control 40% of the national wealth. The bottom 50% only have 3%. Is that सबका विकास या कुछ खास लोगों के लिए विकास? ये सबका विकास नहीं है सर, कुछ खास लोगों के लिए विकास है. A study has found that in 2022 to 24, 1.5 lakh homes were bulldozed. Minority communities were at the receiving end of the bulldozer Raj. The bulldozer Raj. The foot soldiers of the ruling party are engaging in vicious hate speech.
आपका कृपया एक मिनट बैठिए एक मिनट. आपने जो ये कहा है इसको प्रमाणित करना होगा.
Yes, I can.
आप इस प्रकार नहीं कह सकते यहाँ पर.
I have the
माइनॉरिटीज के ये मुकाम.
I have it for you, sir.
आप देखिए आज शाम तक ये प्रमाणित करके दे दें तो रिकॉर्ड में रखना, और प्रमाणित करके नहीं दें तो रिकॉर्ड में नहीं रहेगा.
I'll give you the. Sir, the foot soldiers,
please,
the foot soldier army of the ruling party resorts to the most vicious hate speak against minorities. Sabka Saath, anyone? Where is Sabka Saath when the Prime Minister meets celebrities but does not meet farmers? Where is Sabka Saath when you don't take the opposition into confidence? When you bulldoze legislation in Parliament? Where is Sabka Saath when the Prime Minister has not held a single press conference? Yes. This is astounding in the history of democracy, that a Prime Minister has not held a single press conference and has not answered a single question on the floor of the House. Sir, the government says this is the mother of democracy. The government says this is the mother of democracy. India is the mother of democracy. But whether it is rights groups, NGOs, the government has been doing everything to muzzle the voices of those who speak truth to power. In the Reporters Without Borders Press Freedom Index, India has slipped to 159 place out of 180. So the government is projecting its tenure as Amrit Kal. But it has rejected the United Nations Multidimensional Poverty Index. The government has its own poverty index. But experts are pointing out that the parameters of this national poverty index are different from what the international standards are. Why are the parameters of the poverty index being altered? Minimum governance, maximum publicity. I started with Shukumar Rai, I'll end with Shukumar Rai. In his poem Ekushe Ain, Shukumar Rai writes, Jeshob loke poddo lekhe, tader dhore khachaye rekhe, shamne rekhe mudir khata, hisheb koshaye 21 pata. In an authoritarian land, those who write poetry or those who speak truth to power are imprisoned in cages and made to recite mathematical tables. Is this Amrit Kal, sir? Is this the Amrit Kal where free speech lives in fear, where entrepreneurs are suffocated because of impending possible raids by agencies, where the opposition party is always in a state of fear that the constitutional agencies will be weaponized against them? Is this Amrit Kal? Is this the Amrit Kal that the government wants? Is this the Amrit Kal that the government wants? Without open questioning, without open debate, we cannot call ourselves the mother of democracy. The government says India is the mother of democracy, yet the same government cozies up to media owners and shuts down journalists. You can't do that. You can't become cronies with media owners and shut down the voices of the hard-working journalists. That is not democracy. That is not being the mother of democracy. So the government is consistently talking about raising minimum support price of Kharif and Rabi. Farm groups were protesting outside Delhi until recently because the farmers' demands from 2020 have not yet been met. Farm groups are still protesting. They are still outside the borders of Delhi. They are still protesting. This is because their demands have not been met. Today in 2025, more than half farm households are under a heavy loan debt. Farmer suicides have been on a rising trend since 2014. According to an NCRB report, in 2023, there were 1 lakh farmer suicides between 2014 and 2022. And the Prime Minister keeps talking about doubling farm income by 2022. Again, sir, minimum governance, maximum publicity. As I said, the truth matters. We cannot become like Shukumar Rai's poets who are imprisoned in a cage and made to recite mathematical tables because they are not allowed to speak truth to power, because they are not allowed to speak the reality of the times, because they are not allowed to confront the government, ask questions of the government, and actually demand answers from the government. So, the question arises that when the government believes in minimum governance, maximum publicity, is there any place for the truth? When a government believes in minimum governance, maximum publicity, is there any place for Vivad Samvad? When a government believes in minimum governance and maximum publicity, what will happen then, sir, to our great national motto, Satyameva Jayate?
भाषण समाप्त करें। आप बैठिए।
Thank you.
कृपया आप बैठ जाएं। आप भाषण। धन्यवाद।